Good evening. So today we are going to discuss the topic on conservation laws and symmetry properties in the uh, classical mechanics in the course. Now here the title suggests the possibility of a relationship between the conservation laws and symmetry properties. Now here in this section we will investigate the connection between the two in detail. So first we discuss what is a closed system. A closed system is one that does not interact with any other system. Suppose there are more than one system exist, when they are not interacted with each other, then the individual systems are collectively known as a closed system. Next we define what is a homogeneity of a space. So homogeneity in space means that the mechanical properties of a closed system remains unchanged due to the parallel displacement of the entire system in space. Suppose the system moves in a suppose the system moves in the place in the parallel displacement, its mechanical properties like mass is around remains unchanged. Here the mechanical property here represents the Lagrangian is unchanged. Now here the amount of displacement will be taken as infinitesimal and it is denoted by delta Ri. So now here the system is displaced by an infinitesimal amount, that is delta Ri. Due to the displacement the particle moves its position from Ri to Ri vector plus delta Ri vector. Now the change in L due to the infinitesimal displacement delta Ri is denoted and the velocity is remaining fixed is given by, now delta L equal to, we know that formula, summation dou L by dou Ri into delta Ri plus dou L by dou Ri dot into delta Ri dot. Here the velocities are fixed, so therefore the dou L by dou Ri dot, the second term in the equation will be vanished because delta Ri dot equal to fixed. Delta Ri dot is 0. So see the first equation in the second term, the delta Ri dot value equal to 0. So therefore delta L will become only first term, summation I dou L by dou Ri into delta Ri. Now this equation represents the arbitrary displacement, that is delta Ri here represents the arbitrary displacement. They are the arbitrary displacements are linearly independent, therefore the corresponding coefficients must be equal to 0. Here the coefficient of delta Ri is dou L by dou Ri. So therefore the coefficient dou L by dou Ri equal to 0. This is valid for each I, for each particle. So hence we have proved that dou L by dou Ri equal to 0. Now we write the Lagrangian equation. We know that d by dt of dou L by dou Ri dot minus dou L by dou Ri equal to 0. So the second term will get cancelled. So therefore the Lagrangian equation will become d by dt of dou L by dou Ri dot equal to 0. So we know that whenever a differentiation of a term is 0, then the corresponding term must be a constant. Here the differentiation of dou L by dou Ri dot equal to 0. This implies that dou L by dou Ri dot equal to constant. So but we know that dou L by dou Ri dot is nothing but Pi. That is here the Pi represents the linear momentum. So hence we have proved that linear momentum is constant. So therefore and this is for the ith particle. So now it is since the linear momentum are additive in nature, so the total linear momentum of the entire system becomes constant. So we have proved the result for a closed system. So therefore homogeneity of the space implies that the linear momentum P is a constant of motion. So in the first case we have proved that the transition takes place in due to along the displacement. So next one, even the Lagrangian of a system remains unchanged due to when the system is not closed. In that case also we can prove that the linear momentum of the system is constant in time t. And next we prove the result, important result, isotropy of space. Earlier we have discussed the homogeneity of space, here isotropy of a space. And when the space is isotropy, in that time we are going to prove that the angular momentum is conserved. Earlier case we have proved that linear momentum is conserved. Now, we know what is isotropy of a system. The isotropy of a system means that the Lagrangian of a closed system remains unchanged by infinitesimal rotation. So, here we are considering the previous case infinitesimal displacement we have taken. Here we are taking infinitesimal rotation of the system in the space. In both cases, delta L equal to 0. Now for this we take a yeah, we consider the particle is moving along the circle, that is origin. So now consider now we see the diagram here. The let O be the fixed frame of reference and P is a position of a particle on the circle and P dash is the new position due to its rotation. So therefore the particle moves from its position Ri vector to Ri vector plus delta Ri vector. It's by the displacement delta Ri. Here the position vector of the pth particle is denoted by OP vector equal to Ri vector, and position vector of the same particle after displacement delta Ri is P dash, and its position vector is denoted by Ri vector plus delta Ri vector. And delta pi is the angle between the Pi and Pi dash. So that we have explained in the notation here. Due to the rotation, the position vector of the ith particle is shifted from P to P dash. And the radius vector is also denoted by Ri to Ri vector, dRi vector. Now we find the vector product value. Here A vector we take it as delta pi, and B vector we take it as Ri vector. So now we find the delta the rotational displacement delta Ri equal to del pi cross Ri vector, that is namely A cross B vector. Here the absolute value is denoted by, we studied in our plus 2, that is R vector equal to modulus of R vector equal to mod A mod B sin theta n cap. So here the absolute value of the delta Ri is nothing but modulus of Ri vector equal to modulus of Ri modulus of delta pi I sin theta I modulus of n cap. The n cap value is 1 here. So now magnitude value as well as the corresponding vector we have found out here. Name this equation as 1. Suppose the system is rotated, what will happen? The position vectors of all the particles changes in the same direction in this way. So therefore the corresponding change in the velocity vector is given by, we can find the velocity also, and it is obtained by taking dot product. In the equation 1 we get delta Ri dot equal to del pi cross Ri dot vector. Del pi is a constant here. So therefore we have found out the value of delta Ri vector equal to delta pi cross Ri vector, and delta Ri dot equal to del pi cross Ri dot vector. Name this equation as 2. Now this is the diagrammatic representation, and we have to show, we have given that the Lagrangian of the system is dl is unchanged. Dl equal to 0 implies delta L equal to 0 implies that we know the Lagrangian system dou L by summation dou L by dou Ri delta Ri plus dou L by dou Ri dot delta Ri dot must be equal to 0. And the Lagrange's equations, we know that in the first unit we studied that d by dt of dou L by dou Qj dot minus dou L by dou Qj equal to 0. Here Qj represents the generalized velocity, and the corresponding linear momentum or generalized momentum is denoted by the letter Pi. Now here we know that generalized momentum Pi equal to dou L by dou Qi dot. These all we have studied in the first unit. So we replace generalized coordinate Qi by Ri vector in the above equation. You replace Qj by Ri, you will get d by dt of dou L by dou Ri dot minus dou L by dou Ri equal to 0. Replace the Qj dot by Ri dot vector and Qj by Ri vector. In the equation d by d, we get d by d dou L by from which we can find the value of dou L by dou Ri vector equal to d by dt of dou L by dou Ri dot vector. This is nothing but dou L by dou Ri dot value is equal to Pi equal, that is d by dt of Pi. d by dt of Pi is nothing but Pi dot. So hence we have found the value of dou L by dou Ri, that is dou L by dou Ri equal to Pi dot. And already we know that dou L by dou Ri dot equal to Pi. That is linear momentum. The formula for linear momentum Pi is dou L by dou Ri dot. We discussed in the first unit. So hence we have found out the four values, dou L by dou Ri value and dou L by dou Ri dot value, and the earlier in the delta Ri dot value and delta Ri value. Substitute all these four values in the equation 3, that is summation dou L by dou Ri into delta Ri plus dou L by dou Ri dot into delta Ri dot equal to 0. This will becomes replace dou L by dou Ri by Pi dot and keep delta Ri as it is, and next replace dou L by dou Ri dot by Pi. In the fourth equation we have replaced dou L by dou Ri value and dou L by dou Ri dot value. And next we replace the value of delta Ri and delta Ri dot in the fourth equation. You will get summation I Pi dot del pi cross Ri vector plus Pi dot del pi cross Ri dot equal to 0. So in the vector calculus we studied that A dot B cross C equal to B dot C cross C equal to C dot A cross B. So by applying this box product rule, so we can take A as Pi dot, B vector as del pi and C vector as Ri vector, and we apply instead of A dot B cross C, we replace it by B dot C cross A. Here B is del pi dot Ri cross Pi vector. We have written like that. And from the above terms, del pi dot is common, you take outside, and you will finally get summation I Ri cross Pi dot plus Ri dot cross Pi. This is nothing but the differentiation rule by rule d by dt of Ri cross Pi vector. U into V dash plus V into U dash, differentiation product will be applying. And finally we have proved that summation d by dt of Ri cross Pi equal to 0. So here Ri cross Pi is nothing but angular momentum and it is denoted by capital L letter here. So hence we have proved that del pi dot dl by dt equal to 0. That is the rate of change of the angular momentum with respect to time t equal to 0. So here L represents the angular total angular momentum of the system, and del pi here is arbitrary, so therefore automatically dl by dt equal to 0. This implies that L equal to constant, that is L is nothing but angular momentum and it is equivalent to r vector cross p vector is constant. So therefore whenever the closed system, the Lagrangian is unchanged for a closed system due to the rotational invariance. During that time, the total angular momentum with respect to time is constant, hence the total angular momentum is conserved. Finally, we discussed the homogeneity of the time and the conservation of energy. The first case we have discussed the homogeneity of the homogeneity space, and there are three ways we have discussed. One is homogeneity of space and conservation of linear momentum. In the second case, we discussed the isotropy of space and the angular momentum, total angular momentum. And finally, we discussed the homogeneity of the time and the conservation of energy. Energy here represents capital E. Now in that case, since the system is homogeneity, during the time the Lagrangian of a closed system does not depend explicitly on time t. I mean here the time t is explicitly not known. So therefore in that case dou L by dou t equal to 0. Now we have proved that the total time derivative of the Lagrangian is 0 to dou L by dou t. Total time derivative means dl by dt. Now we find the formula. dl by dt equal to dou L by dou qi into qi dot plus dou L by dou qi dot into qi double dot plus dou L by dou t. So now here the value of dou L by dou t equal to 0 due to the homogeneity. So therefore the equation 1 becomes dl by dt equal to summation I dou L by dou qi into qi dot plus summation dou L by dou qi into qi double dot. Now we know that the Lagrangian equation, we know that already d by dt of dou L by dou qi dot minus dou L by dou qi equal to 0. Now from this we can find the value of dou L by dou qi. So bring dou L by dou qi d by dt of dou L by dou qi dot to the right hand side. We can find the value of dou L by dou qi. After finding this value of dou L by dou qi, substitute in the above equation 2, we will get dl by dt equal to, we replace dou L by dou qi by d by dt of dou L by dou qi dot. And the remaining terms we keep as it is. qi dot plus summation dou L by dou qi dot into qi double dot. And this is nothing but again we can applying the rule of differentiation rule. The product of the differentiation rule, this is equal to summation d by dt of dou L by dou qi dot into qi dot. Product rule we have applied here. But we know that dou L by dou qi dot equal to pi. Earlier we have seen that. So hence we have proved that the total time derivative of pi into qi dot so dl by dt, we have proved that dl by dt equal to summation I d by dt of pi qi dot. Now so take the term summation d by dt of pi qi dot minus dl by dt equal to 0. From this you can take d by dt term outside. You will get the summation pi qi dot minus L equal to 0. So differentiation of a term equal to 0 implies that the corresponding term must be a constant. So hence we have proved that summation pi qi dot minus L is a constant with respect to time t. So therefore since it is a constant, you take as it h. So here we have proved that summation pi qi dot minus L equal to h. This constant is called the Hamiltonian of the system. So and we have shown that we can show that this constant is the total energy of the system. In two cases, when the potential energy B is velocity independent and the transformation equations connecting the rectangular and the generalized coordinates do not depend on time explicitly. Now we can take the kinetic energy when the condition 2 is satisfied, that is the transformation equations connecting the rectangular and the generalized coordinates. Whenever generalized coordinates here q, whenever it does not depend time t explicitly, in that case by Euler's theorem we know that summation dou t by dou qi dot into qi dot equal to 2 times kinetic energy t. That we are going to prove it now. Now just now the Hamiltonian H equal to, we have written summation I dou L by dou qi dot into qi dot minus L. We replace L by, we know that Lagrangian equal to total kinetic energy minus potential energy. So replace L by T minus V, you will get summation I dou of T minus V divided by dou Qi dot into Qi dot minus L. And then after that, you splitting the terms, you will get summation I dou T by dou Qi dot into Qi dot minus dou V by dou Qi dot into Qi dot minus L equal to 0. So finally, we got the same result, summation I dou t by dou qi dot minus qi dot minus dou v by dou k into qi dot. Here the potential energy V is the potential energy V is independent of independent of time. So therefore the value of dou v by dou qi dot becomes 0. Since the potential energy V is independent with respect to time t, the dou V by dou Qi dot must be here equivalent to 0. So therefore the second term will cancel. So finally you will get summation I dou T by dou Qi dot minus L equal to 0. But earlier from the equation by the Euler's theorem we have shown that dou t by dou qi dot into qi dot equal to kinetic energy 2 times t. So replace this value by dou t by dou qi dot into qi dot by 2t and L by t minus v. Finally you will get, on simplification, finally we will get t plus v. So hence finally we have proved that the total energy Hamiltonian of the system constant H is equal to total energy V, and it is obtained by adding the kinetic energy with the potential energy. So now we have proved that the total energy still is conserved for a conservative system. So finally, after summing up, the law of conservation of the linear momentum, angular momentum and the total energy are immediate consequences of the symmetric properties of the space and time. Here, symmetric properties of the space, with respect to the symmetric properties of the space and time, we have proved that the conservation of linear momentum, angular momentum and the total energy all are conserved. So therefore, we conclude that for a closed system, there are always 7 constants or integrals of motion, namely the linear momentum for 3 components, angular momentum 3 components, and total energy 1 component. Now here, we can interesting fact, we have known that the pairs are associated to each other. That is, the position vector r is related to the linear momentum pi, and the generalized coordinate q vector is related to the angular momentum L, and the time is related with the total kinetic energy, total energy E. So these are all the important parts that follow the uncertainty principle in the quantum mechanics. Thank you.